During the harsh winters of World War II, soldiers faced an enemy far more merciless than bullets or bombs: cold. They built shelters out of snow itself, and somehow stayed warm inside. This was the Forgotten Snow Shelter, a wartime adaptation of ancient Arctic ingenuity that turned the enemy of cold into a shield. The idea was borrowed from Arctic hunters and perfected under fire. The process required no tools beyond a shovel or entrenching spade. You know, the secret was in how the snow insulated rather than froze. It might sound surprising, but snow actually helped to keep the warmth in, rather than let the cold seep through. The soldiers who built these shelters found that within about an hour of sealing the entrance, the interior became comfortably warm, sometimes even too warm, honestly. This led to condensation inside, and, well, they had to make ventilation holes to let some of that heat and moisture escape. Some Soviet and Finnish units, they went a step further and made more advanced versions of these shelters by incorporating things like clay birch bark or pine boughs. It was a clever way to improve insulation and comfort, really. In extended operations, soldiers reinforced the outside of the snow dome with a crust of ice poured from melted snow that froze into a solid shell overnight. It's quite remarkable, really, how resourceful they were. The design followed the laws of thermodynamics more than any military manual. You see, it was all about using the environment to their advantage, rather than sticking strictly to the book. Unlike tents, which radiate heat outward, the snow shelter absorbed and stored it, much like an igloo. Modern survival experts still use variations of the World War II snow shelter technique. For preppers, soldiers, or adventurers, this technique is more than a relic of the past. If you want to uncover more forgotten wartime innovations, field survival techniques, and the real science behind the tactics that kept soldiers alive when technology failed, subscribe to In the Beginning.